Hi, this is Hal, and today I want to say something about personal branding. I've been asked this question on a few occasions. Why is personal branding important? Well, I will answer that by providing you some statistics, some numbers about what research says about the importance of your personal branding. So here you are in business and you have a company. So there is you, the founder, and then there is the business. So we're probably very familiar with building company brand. Well, now we're talking about building your personal brand. Why is that necessary? Why is that important? The question that I want to ask you is, there are two things when you go into business. There is what you do, the problems you solve, the solutions you bring to the marketplace, but also your passion. Why are you doing what you're doing? The problems you solve, the solutions you bring may not be that unique. If you manufacturing shoes today, others started manufacturing shoes long ago. If you sell coffee, others started brewing coffee long ago. If you're designing websites, there are a ton of website design companies and freelancers out there. If you sell handbags for ladies, well, they're all over the place. But your passion makes you unique. For instance, I have a friend who sells bags, handbags for women, very high quality handbags, designer bags, but her passion is to build schools for underserved children in Africa, for instance. She's from Africa, therefore her focus is on Africa. That's her passion. That's a cause. That's something that can connect with a lot of people out there. Suddenly, people who are passionate about providing quality, good education to those children who would otherwise not get it are now incentivized or attracted to buy your handbags. And when people when people develop this emotional connection with your brand, they are going to be willing to pay a premium price for your product. There is a guy who started making shoes, but his profit goes into providing shoes to poor communities in countries that are not as developed as the United States. So people are buying those shoes because most people buy those shoes, not necessarily simply because they are the best shoes on the market, but because of their connection with the passion of this man, the cause, what he is all about. So everybody needs a personal brand. Even a high school student needs a personal brand. If you are a preacher, gospel preacher, or a musician, or whatever you do, you need a personal brand. So your personal brand is really the digitization of your reputation. And we're talking online here, you know. Now, 74%, according to some recent research, of Americans, of the people in the United States, say they are more likely to trust someone with an established personal brand that can they can check, and so they can see what you're all about. It's all about trust, connection. So this matters enormously. It's about trust. The trust of the people around you, people surrounding us, our peers, our employees, our clients, our collaborators, our boss, our families, our friends. It's all about trust. Even our suppliers. So 74%, that's a large percentage of the population. You know, let me tell you this. People trust, people build trust for people they see often. That's why the more we see the celebrities on television, we begin to get an attachment with them, especially if there is also a connection with their passion. But most of the celebrities that we all love, we've never met them personally. We've never spoken with them personally. We don't know where they live. We've never been to their houses. You see? So we see them all the time, and we end up trusting them. We don't really even know them. We don't know their real names for many of them. You know, like Sylvester Stallone, for a long time, it was Rambo. That's all I knew. And then, Schwarzenegger. By the way, what's his first name? Schwarzenegger, right? Okay. Who else? Many of them. We don't even know their real names, and we'll never even meet them in person. And yet we have been able to form an opinion about them. We've given them a reputation based on this distant interaction. We see them all the time. We see them involved in their craft. We see them involved in maybe community activities. We see them from time to time. So personal brand is important, okay? I don't even remember the title of the movie that Sylvester Stallone played as Rambo. Right now, as I speak, maybe if I think a little bit harder, I'm going to remember him, the title of the movie. So there are some specifics that I want to mention when it comes to personal brands. And obviously, personal branding, the value, the importance of it also depends on the profession. So for instance, if you are a medical doctor, you know, before you cut me open when I'm deeply asleep under anesthesia, I really need to know a little bit more about you. You need to have a personal brand. That's why LinkedIn is really, really a useful place for professionals like that. We can see their certifications, we can see what they publish, we can see that's why brands, as we speak, brands that are demonstrating their expertise, their authoritativeness, their trustworthiness, and their experience, such brand through content that they publish, but also through the stories that they tell, and also through the involvement we see them in community building and activities like that. Such brands, we end up connecting with these people and trusting them a lot. Another profession, a lot of people, employees, when they're looking for jobs, they are beginning to check their employers, the boss, the founder, the owner of the business. 59% of Americans say they are now checking that before accepting a job. 58% of Americans say they trust a lawyer with a personal brand that they can check, they can get familiarity. This is somebody that's going to represent you in a court of law and this could be a case in which your life is on the line, literally. You want to check that person. Financial advisors, these people work can make or break your financial health. 55% of Americans say they check these people. And so many other professions, more than others, personal brand is very crucial. But the truth is, nowadays, even if your profession is not like that of a lawyer or a surgeon, medical doctor, there is a degree to which by developing that personal brand, you're going to boost your professional or company brand. So the higher the requirement for trust, if your profession really requires a lot of trust, and the truth is all of them, there are a variety of levels of trust. A doctor who's going to cut your body open while you're under anesthesia, of course, may not be, the level of trust needed here may not be the same as that of a graphics designer who's going to do a little logo for $50. Okay, the risk that you're taking there is minimal, but still it's value, and you don't want to waste your time either. So trust, your personal brand builds your trust. Okay, so if you are going to help defend me in a court of law, in front of a judge and the jury in my life, or maybe this has to do with a large sum of money, or maybe a business contract or something like that, this is a higher level of trust. So the more there is at stake, the higher the trust level required. So for a business like ours, that people have to invest a lot in their marketing before they even see the results, there is a requirement, a higher level requirement, because people don't want to waste their times and people don't want to invest resources that are scarce into a project that they do not have a certain minimum of assurance that it is going to work. Okay, so you've seen here in the United States, people have a lot of things, especially in poor communities. In the United States, if you have to go to court, and by law, if you can't afford a lawyer, you have the right to be represented by competent and qualified legal counsel. But if you can't afford one, one will be appointed for you. But a lot of these legal advisors that are appointed by the government, you're going to meet them maybe 5 minutes before the proceedings. And so that's why the public defenders, they have this lack of trust with their clients. It's not them per se, but it's the process and the system, the way it is established. For most of these cases, people feel powerless, and the public defenders are overwhelmed. They're overworked. They didn't even have time to research and dig deep like a private lawyer defender would do. So creating a personal brand and increasing the visibility of your brand, the familiarity and the recognition of your brand requires you to publish your stories on a regular basis. The people you trust the most in life, including even your own relatives, are the people you see often, the people you know the best. You know them. You know what they like. You know what they like to eat. You know what sports team they support. You know where they live. You know their hobbies. And that's why private clubs have these attractions, because when you are a part of a networking environment or organization, you're meeting these people, you're rubbing shoulders, at events after events on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. These are people that you're having coffee with or having a beer with, standing, and then you exchanging information. You've come to develop a certain familiarity with them. That's why being a part of those kind of activities is very important. Online, okay, becoming a part of a group, okay, can help boost your personal reputation, your personal brand. If you're part of a group, a community around a topic, around a brand, and in that community, people come and they ask questions, and you participate, you give answers freely, you share insight, you help people like that, you build your reputation. People begin to recognize you as an authority in that area. And when they need somebody to help them, they will call upon you. They will reach out to you. That's why we make these videos. That's why we make this content. That's why we publish on a regular basis, keeping your brand in front of people, hitting their eyeballs regularly, daily. If you look, you're watching television during 1 hour or 2 hour movie, you will see that a commercial is run 15 seconds, maybe 10 times or 5 times. It's that drip, 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 drip. Eventually, you are absorbing it. Now, listen, if you have a question about how to build your personal brand and how to increase the visibility of your personal brand and build your brand awareness and brand recognition and build the trust, at the bottom of this video, there is a link to our community. Come join our brand community where we discuss issues, connect with others, and share your insights, ask questions, answer questions, become active. Even if what you do is sell coffee, even if what you do is you're a chiropractor, you may just be, not just, but you may be a teacher, a tutor, you may be an artist. This community is for all of us because all of us have a need to build a personal brand, when we also have a need to build a business brand. So build trust and reputation with your audience. Build your personal brand. And at Muumba Web Digital, we are a branding agency from strategy to execution. Our mission is to help build, shape your brand story, help you craft a compelling brand story and tell it to the world and build visibility about your organization and yourself and increase that trust level so that you can achieve your business goals, all right? I thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Please remember to subscribe to this channel if you have not yet subscribed. Hit the notification bell, okay? And leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. If you have a question, please ask by commenting, by liking, by subscribing. You're helping our brand in the algorithm. You're helping us increase the visibility by demonstrating interest in our content. Invite friends and others who may benefit from this